attention. Hence, I'm trying to describe him as a person who normally sends those news articles as if he's breaking the news. But there is no specific message needed my attention, needed my response, or any official message of some sort.
Now, you also aware that on the 3rd of March, at a portfolio committee meeting, police portfolio committee meeting, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi had then made the claim that the minister knew Brown Mokgotsi. Were you also at that portfolio committee? It was an online meeting, but were you also one of the participants in that meeting, or listed as one of the participants?
It was the 5th of March, Chair.
The 5th
Yes,
of
I
March.
was in.
Thank you.
I was in attendance.
You were in attendance.
I was in attendance. Yes, visually.
Okay, let's see. Let's take Honorable Malema.
Are you friends with Mokgotsi?
No, Chair.
So do you receive stupid messages from people who are not your friends? Because normally people who send each other stupid messages are friends.
Chair, the messages I regard as is not a message that someone is chatting to you. When a person is sending an article as a breaking news article, you just ignore it. Oh, it's just breaking news to people that he knows. But I never interacted with Brown Mokgotsi in an exchange of me responding, him sending a contextual message to me.
So you have never exchanged messages with Brown Mokgotsi? That he sends you a message and then you respond to that message and then you have a chat? No?
That's correct, Chair.
Thanks. Remember, the gadgets are gone. They are going to come back.
SC, we may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Just one moment, Honorable Sols.
Thank you, Chair. Just, Mr. Nkabinde, so are you testifying that this WhatsApp message evidence that is being tabled, are you testifying that it is not messages that you've ever seen and it was not sent to you?
That is correct, Chair. It is the first time I'm seeing these messages in this committee today.
And just for understanding, SC, are you submitting the evidence to say that this messages is from Brown Mokgotsi to Mr. Nkabinde? If so, I just want clarity on if the message on page 72, 31st.
Yeah, you may respond.
That's where, Chair, I was a bit confused.
No, sorry, Chair.
When I was keep on
Sorry, Chair.
asking who's
Sorry,
talking to
Mr.
who.
Nkabinde. I was asking SC because the witness already testified he doesn't know about it. So I was asking the SC for clarity.
Or is the SC who must respond to your question?
Yes, sir, because the witness says he doesn't know, but the SC tabled the evidence to us.
Okay, SC.
Am I a witness now? Must I be sworn in?
Eh?
Sorry.
Hello, SC.
Chair, these are WhatsApp messages which have been put to the witness, and he has answered them. Whether his answer is an honest answer or not, I can't say at this stage. It's been put to him that they are WhatsApp messages between Brown Mokgotsi and Kat Matlala, also known as Dlamini, and whether and these messages were copied to him. He says that he's seeing these messages for the first time. And then there are two messages which I put to the witness were sent directly to him in his capacity as Chief of Staff, and he's also denied that if I understood his evidence.
Okay. Yeah, I will come back to you, honorable members. Let me just check one thing. Mr. Nkabinde, the messages that have been put to you by the SC, do you deny knowledge of all of them?
That's correct, sir. I don't know them.
You don't know them?
All of them, yes.
And then the messages that you would regard as stupid messages, would that be the messages that would have been sent to you by Mr. Brown Mokgotsi?
That's correct, sir. Not in this fashion.
And then, so in this record that is before you, led by senior counsel now, you don't have those messages that you regard as stupid messages?
I would have them.
No, I mean in the record that is put to you now, are there no messages that you regard as as falling under the category of what you classify as stupid messages?
No, Chair. I don't see. I don't see any of them here.
And then in the record that you have now, there is the use or the uses of the words Senzo Chief and Chief of Staff respectively. Is that correct?
Yes, I can see them, Chair.
And then when you have said that when it is written Senzo Chief, it does not mean you because you are the Chief of Staff.
That's correct, Chair.
And then in the second instance where the words Chief of Staff are used, does that refer to you?
I'm not sure, Chair, because there are so many Chief of Staff in South Africa. I'm not sure if this was me.
Okay. Honorable Sols, Honorable Skosana, Honorable Matthews.
Chair, I take strong exception to the approach of the SC. I take strong exception. I was not interrogating the SC as a witness. We have a right to ask for clarity because this is the evidence tabled by the SC. So I want to know, is the SC agreeing that now that he's questioned the witness, this WhatsApp is not making sense, therefore it then can be scrapped as evidence. So going forward, we will not use it. So it is very wrong for the SC to use that approach and speak in jest like that. I'm merely asking for clarity. The WhatsApp name on top says the sender is Brown Mokgotsi. And then the message says, hello Chief of Staff, got your numbers from Mr. Brown. I'm merely asking, is there another Brown? Or, because this message is assumed to be coming from Mr. Brown, is there another Brown? If not, do we then accept that this message is off the table as evidence? That's what I'm seeking.
Honourable Chair, I didn't intend or mean any disrespect to Honourable Member Souls. I think as a basic rule, as evidence leaders, our job is to look at the terms of reference and to put as much information at our disposal before the committee, and we do that through live witnesses and their statements. We receive information all the time from third parties outside of this chamber, and we have to process them, but they don't constitute, or that doesn't constitute evidence. Something only constitutes evidence once it's proved or disproved. So we have put, because we were forwarded these WhatsApp messages, we've put them to the witness for him to either agree or not agree, or to accept or not accept. He is accepted. He has rejected them, and he says he has no knowledge of them. That doesn't necessarily mean that we accept his response, because all of this whole inquiry takes place in the context also of other witnesses giving evidence. Minister Mchunu has given evidence about these WhatsApps. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi has given evidence about these WhatsApp. And there's other witnesses that the Honourable Committee knows that's still on our list of witnesses, including Lieutenant General Khumalo, who has given extensive evidence before another commission in relation to all of these WhatsApps. But we can't simply take Lieutenant General Khumalo's affidavit or evidence he's given in another commission of inquiry and put it before the witness. So if and when Lieutenant General Khumalo, who I think is on our list to call at some stage, then we will at that stage be in a position to determine whether or not Mr. Nkabinde's responses to today's questions were truthful or not, or acceptable or not. So that's as far as I can take it. Certainly it's not off the table. We take seriously these WhatsApp messages that were referred to us, and that's why we've raised it with a witness. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Sauls.
Okay, Chair. I appreciate the lecture, but I'm just seeking clarity. That's all I'm seeking. I am not at all saying we believe the witness. We are here with this exercise is because we don't immediately believe anybody. We are testing the information before us. In an effort to test the information, I'm asking for clarity as to what has been provided to us. Maybe I should rephrase, Chair. Who provided this as, seeing that it's not considered evidence, who provided it as supporting documentation to prove the allegation that messages were sent? Who provided that to the SC? And then may the SC please just provide clarity whether he also sees the discrepancy that Mr. Brown is put as having spoken to the Chief of Staff, but he's speaking about another Brown. Is it the same Brown or is it a different Brown? That's all I'm seeking for. No one is defending anybody here.
Yes,
Honourable Chair, I can't take it any further. Thus far, in relation to these WhatsApp messages, we've heard the evidence of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. We've heard the evidence of General Sabia, also where Mr. Nkabinde's name was mentioned in a WhatsApp exchange, and it's in that context that these messages have been mentioned and referred to in this inquiry, and it's in the context of the Minister's directive that was issued on the 31st of December, and it's in the context of there being allegations, which this committee must inquire into further, of political interference, and that the reason for the 31 December directive, which we're still going to deal with, is an attempt to interfere in police investigations into some drug cartels, and the disbandment that was directed by the Minister was a key factor in that whole chain of events. So where there's WhatsApp exchanges between what appears to be key players like Mr. Mokgotsi and Mr. Nhlanhla, and some of them lands up in the office of the minister, they become relevant. So at this stage, the only thing we can say is that when presented to us, these WhatsApp messages appear to be relevant to our inquiry. Our job is to put it to the witness. We've done so today. I can't...
Let's do it this way. This is the evidence presented before us by General Mkhwanazi. Is that correct?
Yes, Chair,
Yes.
it's the
And
evidence.
so you are using this evidence to test the allegations.
Yes, Chair, to the extent that,
Thank you.
it
No,
involves or refers
I
to...
think Honorable Sauls wanted those answers. Is it correct, Honorable Member?
That is correct, Chair. And then now that we know it is evidence given to support the allegations that Brown Mokgotsi sent this message to the Chief of Staff. The Chief of Staff is the witness now and says, I have not received any of these messages. So we know that the witness claims that he didn't receive it. Now I'm asking the SC, which is doing well now, one more step, then we're done. Clarity on when he saw this evidence submitted to him, which he says he considered relevant. When he saw that WhatsApp message, is there a question, like I have a question? The sender is Brown. The content of the message speaks over Mr. Brown. Is it two Browns or one Brown? If it is the same Brown, did Brown send a message to himself? If so, do we keep this as evidence or do we question it? I hope that is a bit more.
That will only be known when the SC would have concluded questions. Let me remind you, for instance, when he started, the witness says, where you speak about Senzo Chief, I'm not Senzo Chief, it may be referring to an Nkosi somewhere. I am the Chief of Staff. And then where a message bearing the Chief of Staff appears, the witness says, I am not the only Chief of Staff. It may be another Chief of Staff in another department or another person in South Africa calling himself or being referred to as a Chief of Staff. So what we should do is to allow the probing, and we may reach a point where the SC will then make a determination to what you are asking. Allow me to move to Honorable Skosana and Honorable Matthews.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo will be the last.
I heard him saying that perhaps it might mean a chief, somewhere traditional chief. Sometimes comrades call each other chief. You know that, Chair. I'm not sure whether the Chief of Staff as well. Sometimes other comrades call him chief. But be that as it may, I wanted to find out SC because I thought that there was a consultation with the Chief of Staff, Mr. Nkabinde. And all the submissions which are made before us, obviously, the legal team has already consulted with the witness. Now, what I wanted to find out was that our legal team, as the Chief of